Hey, how's it going guys? My name is Ray, and today I'm going to show you another easy and hearty recipe that also happens to be a classic dish from Japan. And this dish is called Oyakodon. Let's cook!
We're gonna start this dish by making a dashi stock, which is just a simple stock made from kelp, a dried seaweed, and some Bonito Flakes or katsuobushi, which is a type of dried tuna that is used widely in Japanese dish. We're just gonna bring these ingredients up to a simmer, and then turn off the heat and let it steep for about 10 minutes. After that, you can just scoop out the Bonito Flakes and the kelp. And then we're just gonna add a few slices of ginger and 2 cloves of garlic into the stock. Together with 3/4 cups of soy sauce, 3/4 cup of mirin, and also half cup of sake. Then just bring them up to the boil. Then as soon as it started boiling, you can take out the ginger and the garlic. The reason for that is because you don't want the sauce to be flavored too much with garlic and ginger. You just want a subtle flavor of those. So that's the oyakodon sauce done. We can just set it aside and move on to the next ingredients. So next we're gonna need some sliced onions, quite a lot of these actually. I'm using 2 whole onions for 3 portions. And we'll also need some sliced spring onions. The way you cut it doesn't really matter, it's up to your preference. And next you want to separate some of them into a bowl of ice cold water so they can go crispen up and be used as final garnish. Next we're just gonna slice up some nori for the topping. It's like a ready to eat seaweed that you would usually use for sushi. And now we're moving on to the star ingredient of the dish. Here I'm just using some chicken leg because I think it's better for this kind of cooking. When making oyakodon, chicken breast will just overcook really easily, so it will be really hard to time it. And for this you can just buy some boneless skinless chicken thighs. I can only find the skinless one, so I have to debone it myself. But it's alright, we can just use the bone for stock some other days. So if you happen to get the one with bone in, this is pretty much how you would have to debone your chicken. Just make small slits around the bone line and just let the knife do the work and slice around the bone. And after that you can just cut your chicken into small pieces. Here I'm cooking up 3 servings of oyakodon, so I'm using 1 chicken leg for each person, but how much chicken you actually use per serving is totally up to you. So there you go, I just divided the chicken into 3 servings like that to make it easier for me to cook because I have to cook it 1 portion at a time, mainly due to the cooking method of oyakodon, which is very personal per pan. So now we can actually start making the oyakodon. This is not traditional, but I like to brown my chicken first before putting in the sauce. So here's what I'm doing. Just heat up some oil in the pan over high heat and try to brown the chicken as much as possible. Then you can add in the onions and spring onions. Then after the chicken has been sufficiently browned, you can start adding in the sauce. Just using 3 ladles here, but how many ladles is up to you. You can go up to 4 or 5, depending on how saucy you want the oyakodon to be. Then after the sauce has started boiling like that, you can lightly beat some egg. You don't want to beat the eggs too much because when making oyakodon you want the end result to be very fluffy and soft. So you just have to lightly beat the egg and pour it in with the help of tongs or chopsticks, depending on what you're using. Just pretty much to make sure the egg is poured evenly all across the pan. Then you can just lower the heat to the lowest setting possible. Then cover the pan so the egg is getting cooked gently inside the pan. And after 1 to 2 minutes you can just turn off the heat and let the residual heat cook the egg. And in the meantime you can start preparing the bowl of rice to serve the chicken with. I like to put in a few tablespoons of the sauce before you top it with the chicken. Again, this is not traditional, but this is what I like doing. So as you can see, you want the egg to be barely cooked. Just top everything onto the rice. And finally garnish it with some of those crispy spring onions that has been soaking in cold water. And of course a haystack shaped nori, just for presentation, but most importantly it tastes amazing with the oyakodon. And that is ready to serve. Just try to serve it as soon as possible because the nori will wilt from the residual heat of the dish. But yeah, there you have it guys, my take on the traditional Japanese dish oyakodon.
I hope you liked that simple recipe, and if you did, don't forget to leave this video a like, and also subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter to get the latest update on my videos. And don't forget to check out my previous videos right over here. And if you would like to check out the links and measurements, they're gonna be in the description box below. And also you can leave a comment below, let me know what you wanna see me cook next week. See you next time guys, bye!